Hello, everybody. My name is Zach, and today I'm going to rank Call of Duty from worst to best. Now, I just want to make a few disclaimers here. Number one, I'm not going to add the original Call of Duty because when I did my tier list, I ranked it, and to be fair, I haven't played it because it's not on PC. Not on Xbox, sorry. So when I ranked it, it was kind of unfair too, so I'm not going to include it. Another thing too is that I'm going to also include the remasters as well as Warzone and mobile because I feel like those are important. And I'm going to rank everything from like campaign, multiplayer, third mode, and whatever else they added to it because a lot of these games do have more than 3 modes. Now, this is just my opinion, okay? So don't hate me in the comments. If you want to leave your ranks down below, you can. But, anyways, without any further ado, let's begin. So coming at last place, this one's obvious. It's Vanguard. The campaign is awful. It just feels like like fucking filler. The beginning of the game and the end is just like throughout the game. It's just flashbacks, except the first and last mission. Wasted potential. No Reznov, which is weird and stupid of them. Like every other game had the classic characters return, but why not this one? Maybe they knew it was going to be bad. Multiplayer is basically like Modern Warfare 2019, but worse. I felt like the movement was way too fast in that game, if that makes sense. And then Zombie was it's a fucking joke, to say the least. Like, it's worse than fucking Transit and Dire Eyes, because at least those maps are fun. And, I can actually have fun with them. But Vanguard Zombies, fuck no, I can't. Every boss is annoying. Most of the objectives are annoying, except maybe the survival one and the onslaught one, but that's it. And yeah, honestly, I fucking hate it. Do not play Vanguard. Coming in next is World War II. Now, this and the next one are tied, would have been tied, but this one kind of sucks for a few well, this one does suck a lot. Campaign just feels like boring, generic World War II shit. It's probably the boringest World War II thing out there besides Vanguard. The health system returns, but in a weird way. Like, I don't really like it that much. And while the operator, like the characters helping you with medkits and all that are cool, it just wastes time. The best thing I can give this game is the multiplayer. It's fun sometimes, but, there's only 2 factions, unlike the other one, by the way, which Vanguard only had my team and enemy team, but still. That was boring. It was fun for a bit. The social group was cool, even if it was a ripoff of Destiny. Was it Destiny or was it Destiny 2? I don't know. I haven't played them in a while. But yeah. Zombies. Oh, and another thing too is that I like how you get the open supply drops during World War II. Exactly what they did back then. But anyways, Zombies is pretty boring. Like, they have this weird perk thing where if you have 4 perks and you get another one, the one on your nearest, on the furthest left, I think, gets replaced, or is it right? I don't know. I tried it once. It was very dumb. I do not like this game. So yeah. Next up is Ghost. The reasons why this one is not below World War II is because there are some good moments to it. And in my opinion, this is probably the best, worst one. Like, of all the shitty ones, I probably play this one the most. But the reason why is because Rourke is an actual good villain. Like, he does have a personal reason why to go after the ghosts, which I think are cool, which is awesome. A personal villain always means success, in my opinion, depending on how you do it. The fact that the game has a cliffhanger, in my opinion, is really awesome. Most COD games don't really have that. They usually just go for that happy ending kind of shit. But this one, not really. It has a cliffhanger that never gets resolved, unfortunately, which I hope one day we get a Ghost 2, in my opinion. I really hope so. Multiplayer is probably the bad thing, like the number one bad thing about it. The maps are too big. The time to kill is very quick. And the perk system is just confusing. how you unlock things, like you have to get a character to prestige. You're not leveling yourself, you're prestiging characters, which is really weird. And then Extinction is probably the best mode, but the thing is that if it wasn't just drill the hives, like if it was just a survival thing, then this thing would be amazing in my opinion. Unfortunately, no, which the first few games, yeah, it's fun, but then afterwards it just gets repetitive over time. Unless you take like a month or two away from it. Anyways, next up, this one's kind of tough because, you know, so I'll just do Call of Duty 2 Big Red 1. And then after that is Finest Hour. Again, these games don't really hold anything special. I'd probably say Finest Hour is better because I got to play it the least. These games are kind of weird. They're meant for the last gen, like Xbox, the original Xbox and stuff like that. As you can tell, the buttons. So in this one, in my opinion, this is just whatever. Anyways, can I move on? Sorry, but yeah. So, which one do I think is better? Finest Hour is better. Big Red 1 is worse. No particular reason, other than me ending Finest Hour faster. But yeah. Next up is Call of Duty 3. This one looks worse than the next game I'm going to talk about. I don't know, it just wasn't that interesting in my opinion. And while there was some cool modes like, what was it? The Capture the Flag, and they did introduce vehicles in this game, fun fact, for multiplayer. That's all I can really say. The campaign's multiplayer's This was Treyarch's first game too. And if the worst game in my opinion of Treyarch is just that's saying something. But we'll talk about that in a bit. Then Call of Duty 2. This one is a step up from the original Call of Duty, I'll say that much. Because it was the first one on console. Well, the mainline series, not the spin-offs. The campaign and multiplayer look pretty good. Honestly, it still holds up to this day, I will say. Not the best graphics, but still not that bad in comparison to like last gen BO3 and stuff like that. You know, it's your typical World War II, just like the other ones. But honestly, I do like the beginning mission about the potatoes. I thought that was really funny. But yeah, I got nothing too crazy. And then next up, this might cause some controversy, but I'm gonna have to give it to Modern Warfare 2 Campaign Remastered. I'm sorry, but this one's pretty disappointing. There's nothing new that is in it. Like there's, you know, no new cutscene, no Easter egg, no nothing. It's just the same as before. Only difference is that there's no multiplayer or Spec Ops. Now why? Probably because they didn't want the current Call of Duty to be in competition with a remaster, which they did a few years back. Which, I mean, fair enough, but I don't know, just make it offline or something. I don't know, or at least give us the Spec Ops. But yeah, this one's pretty disappointing to me. Now next is Advanced Warfare. This one, see, I want to rank it higher, but there's just a few problems holding it back. Number one is the campaign. There are good moments in it, and a certain actor in the game is good. Before he was, you know, the graphics still look incredible to this day. I will say that it looks so well for a 10-year-old game now. Which, happy birthday, by the way. You know, the ideas of the grappling hook and the grenades, being able to see people, that's cool. I wish they didn't take that away though. Like there are some moments where you can climb on the wall like Spider-Man and stuff like that, but those are only a one-time use in a certain mission that's scripted. If this was for the whole game, if you can do this more often, like creativity, I would rank this a lot higher. Multiplayer is kind of weird. This was the first one to introduce microtransactions, which is bad. Why the fuck would you encourage gambling in a video game? Second off, the movement in this game is weird. Like, I went back and I noticed it. So, you know how in, like, Black Ops 3, Titanfall 1, I think, and 2, and Infinite Warfare, when you are jumping around and, like, moving from one area to another, it's kind of like this circular move where it feels smooth. If I edit this, then I'll make an example. When you do the double jump in Advanced Warfare, however, you kind of just go up, left or right or whatever the fuck. You go up, move, and then down. The movement feels rough when it comes to the advanced movement for some reason. It's hard to explain. I don't know if I explained that right, but I'll make an example after. Spec Ops was whatever. I didn't really pay much attention to it. It was okay, but nothing really new. And then Exo Zombies was dog shit. I'm sorry. But you should not give people the ability to double jump in zombies. That's why we like zombies, is because of the challenge, right? The idea of getting cornered and trying to figure out some way, either through gobblegums or just accepting that you're fucked, or guns as well, that's what I like. But if you take that away with the double jump, it makes it so much easier, which is kind of annoying. So yeah, if it wasn't for Vanguard, this would be the worst zombies experience. Next up is Modern Warfare Remastered. Again, another controversial. Problem with this. Number one, day one you had to get the Infinite Warfare edition with it. Now, I like Infinite Warfare, I'll say that much, but you should not force people to buy a game they don't want to just to play a remastered. This game also had microtransaction in it, which the original one didn't. Why did this one get it? To sell more, I guess, but you could sell way more with just the single bundle of Modern Warfare Remastered. And there was one more, but I forgot. Oh yeah, the map packs are $15. Why? I don't know. I feel like since it wasn't remastered, they could make it cheaper, but that's just me. Next up is Call of Duty Mobile. Now, I will admit this one's pretty fun. I'm just disclaimering this as a default options player. When there's an enemy, rather that's an AI or team, the movement feels weird. Like, not movement, sorry, but my gun automatically shoots, and I know there's a way to stop that, but it just feels weird. The HUD kind of looks like shit, but that's more of a mobile thing, so I'm not going to blame them for that. Zombies is kind of meh, not great. The fact that the game ends on round 8 and you're forced to fight a boss is kind of stupid. Like, why not prepare them before giving them the option, So, and then there's the Warzone one. I mean, not the Warzone, but Battle Royale. Warzone hasn't come out yet for mobile, so I'm not adding that by the time of recording this. So, yeah. And then next up is Modern Warfare 2019. This one's okay. I really like the campaign. I thought it was really well, fleshing out every character and seeing what they can do. I feel like this game tried to be a bit too controversial with some moments, which kind of takes away from it. But again, I really like the characters. The graphics look amazing at the time. The movement was unique at the time as well. The thing from going from cutscene to character, I really like that a lot. This game did it well. The other games did too, but not as well as this one, in my opinion. Multiplayer, not so great. It feels too slow. Maps are too big. And just, I don't know. And then Spec Ops is dog shit. I'm sorry, but that's just way too fucking hard. Good luck trying to even get past the first wave objective or whatever. And the next up is Warzone. Warzone 2, sorry. No, wait. Yeah, Warzone 2. So, I do like this one. I'm going to say that. Not as good as the original. I like Verdansk more than Al Mazrah. Some of the things, like the loadout at the beginning, was kind of weird. And then the two-player Gulag team thing was not really that good. They did change it after, but still. The cars aren't as good because you have to fill them up with gas. Now, I know that's kind of a nitpick, like a dumb nitpick, but I don't know. In my opinion, I just prefer unlimited gas, if that makes sense. But I still do like Warzone 2. Flaws and all. And with a Sheikah's Vundel is alright. But yeah. Now that takes us to the original Warzone. Great map for dance, great movement, so many awesome events. Like, I will admit, the zombie ones and the ghosts, the haunting of Verdansk was amazing. Same with Operation Monarch, even though that was in Vanguard. Unfortunately, though, when it came to the Black Ops Cold War and Vanguard iteration, it did not do that well. I feel like they should have just kept it a Modern Warfare thing, and then gave every other, check out the new Warzone for Black Ops Cold War, not an actual update. Why not call it Black Ops Warzone for that Warzone, and then Vanguard Warzone? Also, sorry if you heard noises. I'm just playing with my phone case, because I can't plug, anyway. So, yeah. Now, Warzone was great, but then it kind of just got worse. at time, but it's still amazing. And then next up is okay, this is gonna piss a lot of people off, but I don't care. I'm gonna actually, yeah, Modern Warfare 2 2022. Personally, I really like this mode, and depending on how things go, I might rank it higher. Now, before my tier list, I said that it was an S or an A tier. That's not the case anymore. I think it's ranked down a bit. The reason why I said that is because I was just so fucking happy to be done with Vanguard finally. Campaign was okay. The only reason why it was really good is because of the character dynamics, as well as the missions. Every mission felt totally unique. Like it was different from each other, which I really like. Only one I don't like is the AC-130 and Alone at some parts. But other than that, solid campaign. Multiplayer, I did enjoy. I don't really like the changes that they did with like the minimap and the HUD, which, oh my god. The HUD. For this game and the sequel to it, Jesus Christ. But I did like it, and this might sound crazy, but I do actually like the new Prestige system. You're not forced into restarting everything like camos and all that. Again, I know that's kind of controversial, but in my opinion, I do like it more. Raids, I thought, was a really cool idea. I like that kind of horror aspect where you're down in the cave somewhere and working together, solving puzzles, kind of like Saw. And then Spec Ops was good, better than Modern Warfare 2019, but it was just eh. But the reason why this might go higher is because of DMZ. Holy shit. I didn't like it at first, but then after playing it, it grew on me so much that I fucking love it. Just the idea of extracting with shit and not know, like, the AI versus PvP worked because here you have these AI, right? But then unknown out there in the shadows, you have actual people who can either be friends with you or kill you. So I really like that aspect of the unknown. Vondo, for some reason, is awful because of the fog. Why did they add it? I don't really know. And Ashika was okay in it as well. But again, Al Mazrah with DMZ is so phenomenal. I love it. Love it. But anyways, next up is Modern Warfare 3 from this year. So, this one might go down for a few reasons. I'll say, like, the campaign is the worst. Well, second worst, actually. I still think Vanguard's the worst. The reason why it's not as bad as Vanguard is because there are good moments to it. And it's just an awful campaign overall. I have a video about an error that they made. I won't say what it is, but look out for that one. Unless this video gets posted afterwards, then this is irrelevant. Multiplayer is good. I like that they brought back the classic shit, like the map voting, the mini dots. But again, we could have had that already. And then Zombies is probably the best one, because I do like the whole extraction thing. I do hope that we do get a round-based map. At least maybe like one, right? If they gave us like Shipment or something, or like any multiplayer map, then yeah. Because truth be told, parts of me kind of don't like the whole 24-player thing. Because it kind of ruins my training sometimes. Like sometimes I'm not in a team and I just want to train around the exfil. And then random people show up and it just ruins my training and my XP grind. So I'm just like, god damn it. Now, what sucks about this game is that this is COD's 20th anniversary. This should not be $70. This should have been lower or free. So that, again, depending on how this goes, it might be ranked down. But for now, I think it's slightly more of an improvement than Modern Warfare 2. Next up is the original Modern Warfare 3. Probably the weakest of the Golden Age, but that's okay. Campaign was pretty good, not as good as the other ones. The conclusion to Makarov's defeat was incredible. I do like the ending a lot. Multiplayer, while it felt like the original, like a copy, it introduced Infected, as well as a few other things. I think this is, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think this is the first one to introduce weapon levels, which is awesome. I'm probably wrong on that, definitely. And then Spec Ops was good, but the survival aspect to it was so much fun. Just surviving against hordes of enemies with guns. Well, not as good as Zombies, but it's still really fun overall, so I do like that. Infinite Warfare, which is actually above Modern Warfare 3, the original. Amazing campaign. a likable. You get to like a robot. Every character dies, which is just sad. You invest so much time. You care about these characters, and then they die. I do have fun with multiplayer. I will say that it's not as good as the other ones, but I still like it. Same with zombies. Zombies in Spaceland is just incredible. An amazing non-Treyarch map. A lot. Next up is Call of Duty World at War. I'm sorry, but this one is really good. Don't get me wrong. From Modern Warfare 3, the original, and above, it gets really good. This one, however, is really good. Reznov and the campaign is phenomenal. Being able to play as the Americans first and then the Russians, that was awesome. Especially the Russian side. Warzone, I mean, Jesus Christ. The multiplayer is really fun, honestly. The announcers were great. They introduced the dogs as a kill streak, which in later games becomes worse. The hit detection I've noticed was kind of weird, like not proper, but that's alright. But this game, I'm thankful because of zombies. Zombies is amazing. Like, it's so well done. Not as good as in the other ones, but it just gave us zombies. And if it wasn't for zombies, I might not be playing COD that much. So that's why I love it. The thing is, I'll say, is that the glitches on this game, particularly the jug, you know, if you shoot yourself with the Wonder Wall, you lose jug forever, which sucks. That's the only problem I'll say about World at War zombies. Next up is Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare. Campaign is amazing so far. I haven't finished it yet, but I'm really loving it, besides the AC-130. You have the sniper mission, which is fun. I forgot what it's called. All Gillied Up is an amazing mission. I really love it. The first kind of stealth mission is pretty cool. That's another thing I'll give Ghost, is that there were some cool missions, like the stealth ones and the tower one with Keegan. Was it Keegan? Yeah. Anyways, whatever. Multiplayer, this is where everything changed. From kill streaks to creative class to prestige to camos. This game had it all. Next up is Black Ops 4. I know I'm going to get a bunch of shit for this, but personally, I really like the multiplayer. Multiplayer was fun. Blackout, if this was free, would be way better than Warzone. Just the idea of getting all these maps into one fan service, like Nuketown, Buried, parts of Transit, Raid. You know, I really like that idea of merging them. And depending on where you go, there are zombies there too. And then, sorry. There are, you know, what's cool is that instead of playing like pointless, nameless operators that you've never seen before, like in Warzone, you get to play as like Raul Menendez, you know. Some of the other characters like Primus, Ultimus, you know, the Victus crew, Hudson, Mason, Woods. You know, I really like that. Blackout was amazing, and if it was free, it would still see play to this day, unless Activision shut it down. But thank God for that, I suppose. And then I really like zombies. Not as good as a certain game, which we'll get into. But I do like the maps, you know. I do like the specialists. I do like the idea that you get to load in with some guns. Like you can load up with a shotgun or whatever. Personally, this might sound crazy, but I do really like Voyage and Mob of the Dead, as well as 9 and Ancient Evil. And it's introduced the gauntlets, which I think is a really cool idea. Next up is the original Modern Warfare 2. This one is so fucking good. Campaign is batshit crazy, introducing us to no Russian as well, which, holy shit, that took a lot of fucking balls. If that happened today, no, it wouldn't be possible. Multiplayer was broken, but that's what makes it so fun, is that everything is broken, nothing needs to be fixed. It was just all chaotic fun. Spec Ops, this is the first introduction to Spec Ops. It was pretty fun, but not as good as Modern Warfare 3, and not as good as Zombies, in my opinion. Now, these next four are in the same series, I'm sorry. Call of Duty Black Ops 1. I'm sorry, I don't know why people are saying this is overrated or whatever. This is so fucking good. Campaign is amazing. The twist about Mason being brainwashed to kill everybody was awesome. It feels like an action spy thriller movie, in my opinion. We get to see Mason Woods and Hudson, which are amazing characters. Reznov is back, and he's also amazing. The twist about him, too, is awesome, and the theory that there were 2 JFK assassinations was insane. Multiplayer is really fun. I really like the idea of you earning COD points, unlike the new games, and buying what you want, which I think is really cool. I hope one day they bring it back. And they introduced my favorite mode besides Team Deathmatch, Gun Game, which is really fun. Switching through guns randomly, testing your skill with like a sniper or a rocket launcher if you're not comfortable with those. So it does put that test on you. Then Zombies is really fun. Introduced Dead Office Arcade. It had great maps like Kino, Ascension, And there are even some ones, like Moon's another good one. The only one, I can all have fun with them, especially Call of the Dead. The only one I don't like that much is 5, but I'll still play, here and there. But again, Black Ops 1, which is incredible in my opinion. Next up is Black Ops Cold War. I know I'm going to get a lot of hate for this. Sorry. We're going to talk about, Black Ops Cold War. So this one is really good. The campaign is like Black Ops 1, but reverse. So instead of an American being brainwashed by the Russians, it's actually Russian being brainwashed. And I like that you can customize your character. And in the bottom there, it shows your name, like Zachary Bell White, which I think that's really cool. The twist and the weird wacky shit is awesome. The endings are insane. I only went with the true ending, but still all the other ones are crazy. And just for the return of everybody is awesome. The missions are really fun. The only problem is that most of the original voice actors, like for Woods and Mason, do not return. Unfortunately, I don't know why it's not a reboot with those characters. It's a continuation. So why they didn't, I don't know. And then I do really like multiplayer. I thought it was fun. And the idea of you earning your kill streaks, and then they have a cooldown. It kind of reminds me of Modern Warfare 2's chaotic thing, where it's only a temporary, not necessarily skill. So I did like that. Zombies is really fucking good. When it comes to the camo grind, the bosses, the armor system, I do like the rarity system, the crystals, the fact that, you can build yourself up for every single game. Unlike every game where you have to earn your way, which I do like, but still. I just think it's amazing. Dean Machine and Mauer de Toten are really good maps. And I do like Fireplace Z and Outbreak. So, yeah. Onslaught is really good. I don't mind it that much. And then Black Ops 2 is next. This one would have been number 1 if it wasn't for one reason, which I'll get into in a bit. Campaign is the best one in the series. Honestly, Raul Menendez is amazing as a villain, bringing back every character and introducing new characters like David Mason. And I forgot the other, Harper as well, which is a really good one. And this was the first COD game that introduced the multiple endings, which is incredible for an FPS shooter. That was insane. Multiplayer is also really good, with Nuketown in it, Raid, Hijacks. There are just so many good maps, and it had the pick 10 system. And then Zombies. Personally, I think it's really good. Not as good as number 1. I don't like some of the maps, like Transit and Die Rise suck. Nuketown's whatever. Mob of the Dead is pretty good, but I'm not familiar with all the part spawns yet. Origins, I don't really like the whole tiny spaces. But Buried and Town are one of my favorite maps. I do really love those maps a lot. But we're going to move into number 1. Coming in at number 1 is Call of Duty Black Ops 3. Yeah. And truth be told, everything is good about it. Campaign is probably the worst. But I like the idea of this mindfuckery that instead of you fighting like a country versus a country, man against man, it's pretty much man against self. With the AI, you're battling AI. Trying to stop this virus from taking control of everybody. I do like the twist of you actually being Taylor. And this introduces boss battles, which are pretty fun. So, while this is the worst one, I can still have fun with it. Multiplayer is really good. Excuse me, sorry. Movement isn't as good as Titanfall 2, but it's still a hell of a lot of fun. Microtransactions come back, but again, it's just whatever. And yeah, I just realized I fucked up, but I'll get into that after. But the reason, actually, I'll get into the reason why after. We got the Dead Ops Arcade, which is fun. Free roam. I don't know why every game doesn't have this, like introducing people to new movements to the game. This one did amazing. 4 maps from easy to hard, which is incredible. But the reason why is because of zombies. Honestly, the maps are so fucking good. And the remakes are really good. Being able to prestige for the first time. Getting camos, which are easy, but still. Gobblegums are really fun. The story is incredible. Bosses are fun. The wonder weapons are fun. There's just so much about Black Ops 3 Zombies that are incredible. Even without the PC mods and all the custom maps. It's still really fucking fun. And why I don't think there's going to be a Zombies game that will beat it. So that is why it's number 1. And before I wrap up, I forgot to mention it. So, short form to rank them from worst to best. Vanguard, World War II, Ghost, Big Red 1, Finest Hour, Free 2, Modern Warfare 2 Campaign Remaster, Advanced Warfare, Modern Warfare Remastered, Mobile, Warzone 2, Modern Warfare, 2019, Warzone 2, Warzone, Modern Warfare 2 2022, Modern Warfare 3 2023, the original Modern Warfare 3, Infinite Warfare, World at War, Modern Warfare 4, Black Ops 4, the original Modern Warfare 2, Black Ops 4, Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare, Black Ops 4, the original Modern Warfare 2, Black Ops 1, Black Ops Cold War, Black Ops 2, and Black Ops 3. Thank you everybody for watching. I know this one's a long one. I apologize. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. What's your ranking on this? And I'll see you guys in the next one. See ya.